Traders, what's going on? It's Relentless here. Welcome back to another recap, a Relentless recap. Guys, if you are tuning in and you're watching the videos, the live streams, the recaps, the Relentless topic videos, the Relentless driving videos, if you're enjoying all the content, guys, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And of course, if you are a new viewer, after watching to the end of the video, consider subscribing. Let's jump into it. We had earnings today, by the way. Robinhood, Etsy, let's see, what else? Roku, eBay, Qualcomm, which did not do well. You know, these guys are producing a lot of the processors that's in the cell phones, and you know, they did earnings, man, earnings. We're coming to the end of earnings season. The Fed also spoke today. We had an interest rate hike of 75 basis point, and this SPY did not react well. Initially we did pop up a little bit, and you know, Titanic, not good, sold off. The Fed is very firm and very transparent with what they're doing, and you know, we'll see what the overall market continues to do here over time. Yeah, we are on single screen. We are down a little bit here today, down 500 points to be exact, 1.5%, and so we're pulling back a little bit. We had this bit of a bear market rally here. Will we come back down and retest the lows down there at 348? This next week of trading might just be slow. You know, and you look at where it performed very well. It was in this uptrend. You know, it was in this uptrend the last week of the month of October. You know, really and truly is where I kind of got it going. You know, right in this area here. So, being that we're pulling back, you know, will we see less action in a small cap world, right? Let's jump into the trades that we took today. So, coming over to Thinkorswim, the TQQQ, my first time attempting trades on the TQQQ. This thing was holding really well, and I didn't go for it. Let's pull it up quickly here. I just want to touch on this. If I had more confidence, I could have done well on this area here, because it pulled back and it held 2050, I believe. Yeah, 2054, right here. Watch this. So we had a low initially 57, then 55, then 54, then 52. Before, you know, and you guys know I like to take the first, second dip, and then okay, maybe the third dip I avoid, fourth dip I avoid. But you know, I would say this was the first dip. We went from 55 to a high of 71. Then we dipped down again over here to a low 52, and then we made a high of 80. So opportunity, right? If let's say 15 to 25 cents of opportunity on each of those dips, could have came out, you know, with a good 35, 45, maybe even 50 cents of profits, if I was confident in just buying and holding at that level. So that I thought was worth mentioning. So, you know, nothing is off the table, man. TQQQ showing that it had some potential. ARAV, quickly to touch on this one. It was a continuation stock which was in play yesterday, called out as this red to green was happening, as it was gaining volume. So it was a good call out from our guy in the Discord, wrong bet. But it just did not hold up and sustain its levels. And so, you know, that wasn't good. Well, I guess it's probably not the best way of referring to it holding up and sustaining, because I guess, you know, we did go sideways, but we didn't make new highs, which is what I wanted to see. New highs and more volume. That was not the case. By the way, I have this green and red line which will be on every stock moving forward. It is to represent the previous day's high and the previous day's low. I think I might edit it so it like looks a little bit better, but yeah. And it will update at the close every day to match, you know, today's levels. So that should be pretty good. 193. It looks like it's a little out of whack. By tomorrow, you know, it should be good. So yeah, moving on. FRZA. This one, man. This one here was something else. This was our leading gapper, our main stock of the day. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, right? Pre-market, if we zoom in, you know, around 8:30 a.m. breaking news from 169 rips up to 231, pulls back, bottoming wick at 8:45. We get a high of 226. It consolidates, We're getting higher lows on the 5. Beautiful bull flag, right? Beautiful bull flag. So this was, you can say, the first flag in here, right? If you look at it that way, we push a little bit, right? And then we had a little bit of a consolidation, sideways trend in this range. And I was hoping for the break out of this range, but I wanted it at the open. It happened at 9:24 a.m. And, you know, pre-market, I'm not trading pre-market at all right now. And so I'm not equipped to handle the momentum and you know, take advantage of the momentum. So, you know, I waited patiently, and into the open is where I attempted trades. Let's see, 9:31. Let's come over to our account summary and go down here quickly. Did we take trades? 32, we started taking trades. At 59. So at 32, yeah, so, you know, I essentially missed this bottoming wick. This was beautiful. It did curl up nicely. I tried to get long up here a little higher for essentially high of day. So, you know, it was kind of high. It was kind of high. High of day ended up being 67. But, you know, getting in, getting out, and not quite seeing the follow through, right? Needed to be in lower to be comfortable to hold longer for the bigger push. But that's the thing with the scalp trades. And if stocks are not strong, it's hard to hold the scalp trades, because I want to be in the stock, right, and then get separation from my entry to the upside, or let's say in my favor, because if you're going short, of course, you want it to go down, right? And I think that's for all traders. We want to feel comfortable. We want to feel good about the trade. And so can I buy here and immediately the stock bounces so I can feel good about the trade, and then just scale out over time or add back, you know, whatever the case may be. So it pulls back here. We have lows of 52. I want to believe I get out of this trade too soon at 52. Let's see. It pulls back. 55, 53. So I'm in at 53. I'm out at 55. I attempt trades at 61. As it pushes up higher, it doesn't quite go. And so it was a chop fest for me in this range. And we can put on the show trades futures to have it be a little easy for us. Yeah, so it was a chop fest in this range for me. Didn't quite get to see the follow through. My best trade of the day really came at 9:43. And it was a good one. We can watch this on the live stream. This was a good trade. Let's see. YouTube Studio. Let's pull this up. Time 43. Guys, once again, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you are a new viewer. Jumping to 43 on the timestamp. Okay, 42. And so I'm long at 53, 2500. I'm going to cut that trade because I believe it's going to go lower. And watch this. Watch this. Watch this. So it drops here to 50. That's where I'm going to take it. It's coming to VWAP. VWAP is at 45. It's 49. And it seems like it's holding. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to take it down here, 48, 49, 47, in this range. I got in. But what I didn't do, and looking back at it, oh man, it was so silly to not to. I should have bought 3 times right here. I wanted to. I wanted to take a big position here. My goal was to scale into it. Hey, if you're going to get long, scale in. Don't take the full position, 7,500 shares at 47, because what happens if we drop all the way to 42 before it bounces? I'll start to feel uncomfortable. I'll start to feel like, man, I'm not in low enough. So I bought one here, and my goal was 45. I'm going to buy again. 43, I'm going to buy again. And let's see if it can curl back up. If it doesn't curl, I'll just take the loss. Why did I want to take this entry? We're pulling back the volume weighted average price. And look at our volume going up versus our pullback volume. Granted, the candle I think was pretty young. Well, no, it's 9:43. So this red candle's 3 minutes in. There's only 2 minutes remaining in this candle. It more than likely should curl back up. There's no guarantee, of course. So I'm watching at the volume. I'm watching at the pattern. I'm trying to take the trade, but I'm not getting a chance to scale into these trades. I want to go up to 10,000 shares, 15,000 shares. But I'm not getting my chance to shine. So watch it how fast it starts to curl. All right, this is where I started to notice that something might be going on in terms of a bear trap, right? And it's why you just have to buy the weakness and buy the weakness with confidence. Watch this, right? I'm like, you know what? This thing might just be taking off, and I'm gonna buy again. But this buy here should have came much, much earlier. Poor. How did I allow it to go up so much? Watch this. Okay, I'm in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You see, it was a quick red to green, and I think that's what caught me off guard, right? Because I'm in 52, 53, 55. But I think right there I should have just... Man. I'm going to be able to take 20,000 share positions on these stocks. But you just can't miss a beep. You got to be so locked in. So locked in. But, you know, the days will come where it does align. Maybe it does drop to 44 and I buy 7,500. Maybe a big, and you know, let's say the wick goes down this low, right? And I'm pointing at the screen like an idiot. Hold up. Let's say the wick does go down this low. I had my cousin in here showing him some stuff, so I don't know. I got too used to like actually physically pointing at the screen. But let's say we come down this low on the wick, and then it does this same dramatic move up. So from 44, imagine if I see a big bid gets in there at like 48. 50,000 shares. I can buy for break of 50 again at 55, and you know, before you know it, you got 20,000 shares at an average of like, you know, 47, 40, or let's say, you know, 51, and the stock is now pushing 55, 57, you know, 58. Can we keep going? Can we see 60? So what me buying here was so high. I'm gonna say it's a poor buy. I'm gonna say it's a poor buy. Because ultimately I should have bought it lower. Now, my goal here and what I thought was happening was that this was candle, or this candle and or the next candle was going to be so strong that we were going to retest the high of 68 and potentially break over it and get to 70, 75. It's not going to be the case. And I'm going to realize it's struggling. I'm going to sell. And this is basically the bulk of my gains on the day right here. I'm going to start to unwind this trade. And I think that I sold at 62. We can check those orders as they pop up on the screen. 60. I'm selling at 65,000 shares. But the position from 247 is what really gave me the green. And yeah, I'm going to stop out of this last one at 60 as well. And, you know, bought a quick dip there, didn't quite work out. Let's see. I don't think these trades really worked out. We took 1,000 shares. We could have made a little 5 cents here, but once again, expecting high of day, so I'm not selling. This is where I got comfortable on this stock, and I felt like my analysis paid off, and so I finally felt okay to hold it longer, you know. But it's going to ultimately not do what I expected to do by pulling back down to the lows again. And right here, I had a hard time trusting it that it was going to hold. But if we look at the volume profile, look at this green candle up versus the red candles down, and likewise again on the 5-minute. This is saying, hey, buy me again. I'm giving you another chance to buy me again, and I'm going to curl back up. And I didn't. I was too afraid that it was going to just flush down hard. So it gives, oh my gosh, you know, trading. Sorry if you're wearing earplugs. I'm really sorry about that. If you're, man. The recaps is like pushing a knife through your heart, man. The recaps are so hard to do because it's like so painful that you didn't perform better. Man. This was here for the taking. What was I thinking not going long? What was I thinking? What was I thinking with that volume profile? Buy. Trust the volume. Trust it's on one of my stickies from 5 months ago. Right? In one of these many stickies here. Buy the volume profile and trust it. If it's a losing trade, it's a losing trade. Man. Why is it so hard to do? But anyhow, this thing curls up as I'm getting a little frustrated because I think I should have done better. I'm in at 54, 2000. So I still took it, but I'm not going to hold it because what's going on with this buffering, man? I'm not going to hold it. I guess it's a good time for some water. It is worth mentioning that I thought I had a 52 and 53 fill, but my entry was a little higher. And when I looked at my average, I didn't look here. I looked over here. Why? My level 2 is here. And so looking here, I only have to move my head this much instead of going here, which is like that. I want to make sure I keep my eye on the level 2, right? So if I go to single screen and I pull up my screen on the left hand side, my level 2 is over here. And so I'll check my cost basis, right, on the main screen. If I go to single screen now, which will be right here, all right? So yeah, that's how it was looking. That's how it is behind the scenes for me. And so I thought, I looked at here, I'm like, man, I'm in at 55 because it rounds up the number. And even here, I should have been 53 between the two entries. I tried to average into it. And so I felt like, man, 47 is the low. I'm in at 55. If it pulls back to 47, I'm not looking good, especially if it pulls back and then it fails. I'm in too high. And so I'm not comfortable. But it goes here. And this is what made me stop out of the trade. I thought it was going to open up right here, right? What's going on with this thing, man? I thought it was going to open up here. And when I saw that topping wick here on the 1, I'm like, you know what, man? I don't think I want to hold this thing. I'm going to come out. Yeah, and I came out. And it's gonna work. Watch this. Patience. I needed to wait another. I was in for 3 minutes. I needed to wait another 3 minutes more, 6 minutes to start seeing the follow through. 59. Watch this. Another couple. Oh, well, skipping ahead a little too fast. This is scary though. This is tricky. This could, some stop hunting, maybe. This can get you out of the trades, right? If I'm and this is the key with why being in low is important if you're trying to buy a dip. If you're scalping, it doesn't matter because you're buying the high to get a higher high because the breakout is going to be so strong. But right here, this is tricky. This is tricky. Drops down to 50. That is tricky. Right here, I thought it was probably getting ready to fail. But I should have noticed it was bottoming out faster to buy it. I didn't. And, it bounces and it absolutely takes off. Oh, man. High of day is at 68. I think there was a seller. Boom, 72. And this is where I thought we were going to go to the moon. 85, 88, maybe for resistance. And then break of 90, break of 3. So here we go. It hits a high of 76. I bought it at 68, watching for the retest. I'm in. It's not going. So I'm going to sell. And then I'm going to buy it back. I should have never bought it back. I'm selling because the breakout is not continuing. I bought back, and look at that. Quick loss. Boom. Although, not too huge, but you can see how terrible the candle continues going. I'm quick to just get back out right away because I don't even want to give it a chance. But you can see if I'm late to sell that by 2 seconds, I'm now right on the day. Ladies and gentlemen, day trading is risky. You've heard it here first. So stay safe out there. Stay green. Let's continue to study. Let's continue to work. Ooh, man. Why can't I do a recap and say I traded my best I could have traded on the day? Instead, I always have to come and do the recap and then see that I did a bunch of nonsense. I didn't trade to the best of my abilities. To be better. That is the only goal, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not an expert, not even close, but, one day at a time, slow and steady, can I improve? Progress is my only goal, progress. Guys, it's been Relentless Trader. Hit that thumbs up button. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you're a new viewer, as mentioned, consider subscribing. Check out those links down below for the Momentic Scanner, the Discord, which is our free chat room service, as well as Instagram and Facebook. Guys, it's been Relentless. And I'm out of here. Stay safe, stay green.